They are two of the biggest phones with prices to match. Is ready to battle. They both boast serious power, highly advanced cameras and gorgeous and ginormous AMOLED screens. But these flagships are quite different in several ways, especially their storage options, processors, and special features. So what do these phones have to justify the $1,000 price tag? And which one is the better buy? While we can't say for certain until we've tested the iPhone XS new features side by side with the Galaxy Note 9, we have a pretty good idea now of what they offer, and how they compete for your affection and your cash. Note 9 has the larger OLED screen. The iPhone XS and even larger iPhone XS Max are Apple's second and third phones to use an OLED display. The iPhone XR sticks with an LCD screen. OLED technology produces vibrant contrast and color, which gives phones using the display some premium cash. Samsung gives you more screen for your money, a curved 6.4-inch display rather than the iPhone XS 5.8-inch screen. If you want more iPhone screen, you'll have to upgrade to the iPhone XS Max, which has 6.5 inches of OLED goodness, and a higher starting price. King of the camera is up in the air. This one is going to be an important test. The iPhone XS camera looked the same as the iPhone X on paper, but Apple says it's enhanced the phone's dual 12-megapixel setup with software smarts that can automatically fix red eye and pump up shadows and detail for improved HDR that Apple calls Smart HDR. Apple has also added more portrait lighting effects to the iPhone XS, and claims to give portrait selfies greater depth. There's also a new slider adjustment that lets you edit the amount of blur you put on a bokeh selfie after it's taken. Samsung has had a similar feature for the last 2 years. For its part, the Note 9's dual 12-megapixel camera setup has an automatic scene recognition tool that uses AI to automatically select the best settings for your photos. The main camera's dual-aperture lens automatically changes to bring you better, brighter low-light shots, but the nature of the technology means that if subjects move, the picture may blur. The Note 9 has super slow motion video as well as slow motion. The latter is higher quality, while the iPhone XS has slow motion video only. This is a minor feature for most. In our photo comparison with the iPhone X, the Note 9's low light shots were brighter, the selfies a little sharper and the photos more in a shutterbugs control with Pro mode. The Note 9's S Pen also serves as a remote for group photos and selfies, from up to 30 feet away. You can do this with the iPhone EarPods that come in the box, as far as the cable stretches. However, Apple's small adjustments to its image processing algorithms could make all the difference, especially in those low-light shots. The processor advantage goes to the iPhone XS. Apple's new A12 Bionic chip promises some serious competition against the Galaxy Note 9's Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 processor. The chipset is the phone's workhorse. Made up of multiple processors including the CPU, GPU for graphics and coprocessors such as the image signal processor for photography, it handles everything from loading apps and running daily tasks, to photo processing and power efficiency. Things get technical fast, but the overview is that Apple promises apps will load up to 30% faster than they did on the iPhone X and that the entire phone will be 15% faster. It'll be more battery efficient, Apple says, play resource-heavy games more smoothly and help photos look their best with that Smart HDR feature mentioned above. A faster processor can also make Face ID work faster, make Apple's new Memoji avatars track your real-life facial expressions and reduce lag in AR environments. One technical detail is that Apple's new A12 chip uses a 7nm manufacturing process, which helps with power efficiency and reducing space inside the phone to make room for other elements, for example a larger battery. Meanwhile, the Snapdragon 845 processor performed extremely well in our lab and real-life tests. Qualcomm's phones for 2019 will use a chip made with the same 7nm process, and will also be ready to support 5G data connection speeds, something that Apple never mentioned in its presentation. Battery life could lean the Note 9's way. Forecasting the iPhone's battery life from specs has always been tricky because Apple doesn't share battery capacity figures like the rest of the industry. Instead, Apple told us that the iPhone XS is expected to last 30 minutes per day longer than the iPhone X did. That phone's battery life lasted about 11.5 hours, a workday. However, it failed to impress us with its longevity. 30 minutes longer per day isn't going to crack a smile on our end. The Galaxy Note 9, meanwhile, carried on from early morning to late night on a single charge, running over 19 hours on a single charge in our drain tests. Samsung's 4,000 mAh battery has the advantage this round. Security updates, aka Android versus iOS 12. iPhones have always had the upper hand in security updates and software upgrades in general. Apple updates all its phones at the same time. For example, iPhones receive their iOS 12 upgrade on September 17. While Google also makes its software available for phones we're now in Android Pie, the Note 9 shipped with Android 8.1 Aria. The phone will surely upgrade, but Samsung first has to test Android Pie with its custom Samsung Experience software before getting approval to push the update from carriers. So, it takes a while. Storage is much cheaper on the Note 9. For $1,000, you get 64 GB of iPhone XS storage and 128 GB of storage on the Galaxy Note 9. That's double the space for photos and videos on Samsung's phone. For more storage, you have to jump up a level to the 256 GB iPhone XS model for $1,149. For 512 GB of internal storage, the Galaxy Note 9 costs $1,250. The iPhone XS, $1,349, which is $100 more. The Galaxy Note 9 also comes with a micro SD card slot that takes up to 512 GB in external storage, which is a cheaper route to go. Too soon to say. While the Galaxy Note 9 has its benefits, but until we take in both phones in their totality, we can't say for sure which phone gives you more. Some devices are worth more than the sum of its parts, some less. Apple fans will no doubt choose from one of the three new iPhones, or else an iPhone 8, 8 Plus or 7.